Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is March 3rd, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery with the Doppler radars overlaid. You can see the shower activity continue across some of the lower elevations. Cannot rule out a thunderstorm, maybe Modesto northward today. Some snowfall still flying across the Sierra Nevada, some strong winds still out there as well. So even though snowfall amounts are probably going to get lighter as we go into tomorrow morning, can still have those strong winds through tomorrow morning as well. So you might want to at least put off travel till tomorrow afternoon, maybe Tuesday if you can avoid it. Let the snowplows do some work up there. We've got another few systems coming in, but they should not be as dynamic as what's been impacting the state here. And as you guys know, there's a couple of tornado warnings out there again yesterday, some pretty dynamic imagery of a funnel cloud out there. So yeah, some interesting stuff. I don't know if we're going to get that today, but there is a mention of funnel clouds by the National Weather Service Sacramento. We'll take a look at that. Just have a heads up, eyes on the sky today. So lower elevation snowfall continues on in through Sunday night here, and you can see I-5 once you go past Mount Shasta, across the I-5 corridor. Watch out for those wintry travel conditions. Heads up, when you get across the higher terrain, you can see some low snowballs out there. And if you look at the Sierra snowfall forecast, this is for today. So we're still picking up additional amounts, and these are not trivial amounts of snowfall falling with some very strong winds and some low snow levels out there. There's still some extreme travel difficulty out there. So do not let your guard down yet. By the time we get towards midweek here, we're going to start to bring better conditions across the Sierra Nevada. So, don't try going up there right now unless it's an emergency. And I don't even know if I-80 is open right now. It's been closed off and on, and mostly closed here over the last 36 hours or so. And we have the thunderstorm potential there. You can't roll one out here, Modesto northbound as well, but you can see possible funnel clouds. They do mention that, and so you can't rule out a brief tornado even. And of course, watch out for that lightning, the small hail that could coat the roadways in some areas too. We look at the blizzard conditions mainly for the very highest terrain right now of this Sierra Nevada. You can see it again above 6,500 feet. Winter storm warning until 4 a.m. Wednesday here. So we're expecting some snowfall off and on at times as we go through midweek coming up here. And you can see an additional 1 to 2 feet above 4,000 and 1 to 4 inches in the upper foothills, 2 to 4 feet elsewhere, Monday through Tuesday here. And of course, the strong winds still ongoing, narrow visibility at times. And this goes Monday, Tuesday. So we're expecting some more snowfall. The models have been in flux with just how much that next system is going to bring in here. And I'll show you what they say here in the latest. Hanford, California is starting to back off on some of the lower elevation warnings out there. And the blizzard warning has been pushed back again across some of the higher terrain of the Sierra Nevada. And this is for Southern California. Just want to point out still some breezy conditions, especially across the higher terrain. And we're still dealing with some high surf at the coastal areas as well. So don't turn your back on the ocean. And look, check this out. Look at the selected peak wind gusts in Las Vegas area of responsibility. Look at this. Whereas at North Las Vegas Airport, 71 miles per hour. Just incredible there. Look at Angel Peak at 88, Tweeds Point 81. So very windy out there. And I saw some video coming from the Las Vegas Metro as well. So some very breezy conditions out there. And take a look at the wind map here in a moment. But if we look at Reno, still talking about that storm here, backcountry avalanche warning. We got high and extreme there. A lot of snow has been flying out there. And I don't know if anybody's going to be out and about across some of the backcountry anyway. But if you have to, check before you go, avalanche.org. Day 1 through 3, you can still see we're dealing with some moderate, major, and in some areas across the higher terrain, some extreme impacts. So do not let your guard down yet. We're still dealing with the snowfall and the stronger winds. We'll be trying to wrap up by tomorrow. Still some minor impacts across Southern California as well. And here we go, just a wider view of things at the current hazards. And of course, we talked about this last few days, blizzard, gusts excess of 35 miles per hour. And when the visibility is restricted due to blowing snow or falling snow here for greater than 3 hours, that is what's considered a blizzard. And we've been exceeding those conditions for probably 2+ days now across much of the Sierra Nevada and even some in Northern California as well. Now, looking at the European hot off the presses, I want to show you the wave action here. So you can see it is generally on the wane, but we're still dealing with some pretty elevated wave heights right now. So heads up for that. That's why we still have some high surf advisories. And as we go on in through Monday night into Tuesday, you can see we really start to get a break here. We may have another system that will start to bump things up as we go through the mid and end of next week coming up here as well. So, yep, heads up for that. Now, taking a look at the day 1, we looked at that. Now, I wanted to show you the wind speeds here because you can see as we go through, we went through this morning here and into the afternoon, you can see it's still the elevated winds across higher terrain down through the peninsular ranges, from the transverse ranges, desert areas, Las Vegas, northern Arizona, and on in through Utah. And you see how these strong winds continue on in through tonight. And as we go to tomorrow morning, they slowly wane by the time you get towards around noon on Monday here. So that is a good thing. Finally, some signs of slowing down by the time we go towards tomorrow morning. And we got another system that's going to come off the coastline here as we go on into Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll go over that in a little bit more more detail here in a moment. But I want to show you the wind speeds at 10,000 feet here. We're still dealing with these very strong winds here. This is associated with the jet stream coming across the region. And as we're going in through this afternoon and tonight, and we're now into Monday morning, you can see it start to wane and lift north here. So that's kind of the relaxing of those strong winds. And the heaviest snowfall should be done by the time we go towards Monday afternoon and evening. And then we got that next system rolling in here, but it will not be as strong as what we just went through. If we look at the European, this was hot off the press at the 12Z run, put it into motion, and you can see that precipitation continuing all the way through tomorrow morning. So again, do not let your guard down. Should be waning by the time we get towards the noon hour or so. Another system starts to push in here in probably Klamath Range, Cascades, maybe some of the northern Sierra here, picking up some additional snow. And then we get this next frontal system that pinwheels down the coastline here. And this could bring some rain down into Southern California as well, and additional rounds to the Sierra Nevada. We have to watch this one closely here because, it's probably going to bounce back and forth and just how much snow it'll bring across the area there. And then we get a little bit of a break, and we try to bring a couple more frontal systems here, maybe on through next weekend again, and then maybe on in through a little bit off through the fantasy portion of the forecast there. We'll worry about that, and we'll break that down day by day. I wanted to show you the North American model that's running right now. It's the 18Z run, and if we scroll through here, you can see how we destabilize here, especially across some of the northern central valley here in Sacramento northbound especially. So you cannot rule out some of that funnel cloud activity, some small hail and some lightning out there. But today should be the last day for that. By the time we get into Monday, we are not going to have the same kind of destabilization here. Jet stream moves north and we should start to relax the gradients. Now, if we look at lightning flash density potential on the high resolution rapid refresh, this is the 18Z as well. And you can see that lightning threat exist. Again, maybe Modesto northbound here for today. And then tomorrow, I'll scroll through Monday here just to kind of give you the update there. And you can kind of see we're not dealing with much of a lightning potential as we go through the day. Monday, finally starting to wrap up that storm. Now, looking at the European wider view of things here, you can see the snow is going to be continuing on through tomorrow morning. And then we get this next system kind of rolling through Oregon here. Nice shot of Cascades. Again, for Northern California, we're still going to be keeping that snow going here. So heads up for that as we go all the way in through Tuesday morning. We're now through Tuesday afternoon. Snow still ongoing here. Next system starts to pinwheel down the coastline. And then maybe another round for the Sierra Nevada here. And we'll watch that one closely over the next few days. And then maybe next week in another frontal system rolling into the state. But if we look at this moment on National Blended Models, this is actually from about 10 a.m. I'm doing the briefing here at about noon right now. So you can see we are piling up some additional snowfall amounts as we go through about 4 a.m. tomorrow morning there. And then as we scroll on out in the future, we'll break that down day by day. But it does show some additional rounds of precipitation in the form of snow across some of the higher terrain. I also want to show you this apparent temperature. When you see these whites coming in here, that's where the wind chill is below 0 Fahrenheit here. So you can see these raw and dangerous conditions across the Sierra Nevada all the way on in through this afternoon and through this evening into tomorrow morning. And then you can kind of see it wane a little bit there. The winds are going to lighten up as we go through Monday here. So the worst of the storm should be over by the time we get towards tomorrow morning and kind of warm things up here across some of the state. This is about showing Tuesday about 5 p.m. Now looking at the webcams, check it out. I-80 Donner Lake. You can see the snow has just been plastering some of the webcams out there, kind of blocking them here. So it looks like things still may be closed across I-80. So definitely check before you go, but things should start to be improving on the day tomorrow. And still some pretty strong wordings out there for the actual forecast discussion here. And you can see that the chances will continue on in through Wednesday, especially for the Sierra north of US 50 here. So that jet stream has been over the top of us, causing these very strong winds, which is continuing as we speak in excess of 100 miles per hour on some of the ridges all the way through Monday morning. And of course, the light fluffy snow will keep blizzard conditions going into the early morning hours for the greater Lake Tahoe Basin area. And then we start to relax things a bit. So heads up for that. Looking at 395 Sonora Junction here, starting to get some improvement out there, but still there's a lot of compact snow and ice on some of the highways out there. And it can be nice and sunny 1 minute, and you can get some of that blowing snow that kind of recover the roadway and really lower your visibility the next. And this is the nice shot. I wanted to save this one from this morning. Kind of see that sheet of compact snow and ice and the blowing snow coming across it. So you'd be running into this at times, even if you see some sun breaks at times, the clouds can come right back in and the winds can pick back up. So looking at 6 to 10 day temperature outlook all the way through March 12th there. Still got that below average here across much of the west, all the way down through Arizona, New Mexico also. And the 6 to 10 day kind of still highlighting California here as we go through March 12th. So additional systems are possible. Doesn't look like anything as crazy as what we're going through right now, but we'll continue to watch it. Things can still change at that range. 8 to 14 day below average, west coast again, and 8 to 14 day precip does include a lot of the lower 48. So if you missed this the last few days, I want to show this. This is issued February 29th. This is for March 2024, the official forecast here. And you can see the below average across the Southwest. The above average here does include much of California. And check this out. We are now above average for the snowpack there, snow water equivalent. How awesome is that? I mean, look, since February 1st, we have just been on a rocket launch trajectory up above average here, and we're still adding more to it today, and probably a couple more systems rolling through here. We're going to be up here, in the 70th percentile before we know it. So we are above average right now, doing quite well as far as snow water equivalent is concerned across the Sierra Nevada. So anyway, if you guys were out across the backcountry, let me know what you're seeing out there. Were you trying to get across I-80? I know it's been closed. It was closed for at least like 30 hours straight, and I don't know if they opened it today or not. But again, check before you go if you absolutely have to. And things are going to start improving dramatically by tomorrow, probably late morning, afternoon hours. So keep that in the back of your mind. The longer you can put off travel, the better, because just because the snow stops doesn't mean that everything's just clear. The snow plows will be out there working and trying to clear some areas, and those back roads are probably going to be still blocked off for probably a few days here now. And we do have additional snowfall still rolling in. So anyway, watch out for those thunderstorms, some dangerous lightning, that small hail out there, the gusty winds. Still got the big surf along the coastlines as well. So, pretty wild February and March snow so far here for California, and hopefully we can keep that wetter than normal going here and really help us out in the spring and summer months. But anyway, hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.